course, just as I start editing the video, the Boston Bruins and Minnesota Wild have made a trade. Nothing too major. Justin Brazeau, unfortunately, who was in trade rumors leading up to this, is going to Minnesota on his own in exchange for Jakub Lauko, a 6th-round pick, which was originally Boston's. That is for the 2026 draft. And Marat Hunuddiov. Oh boy, I've just gone over 2 with Russian names today. Okay, Marat was a fairly highly touted prospect, leading into the past couple seasons. He has kind of fallen off just a little bit. Obviously, Jakub Lauko, you know what you're getting with him. You've seen him. Great personality in this Bruins locker room when he was here. 6th-round pick, Magic Beans, probably not going to turn into much. Yeah, welcome back, Jakub Lauko. Or Jacob Lauko? Oh boy, I've heard both pronunciations, I'm not sure which is right. Yeah, I mean, overall, probably a fair deal for both sides, really. This isn't a big blockbuster trade. Justin Brazeau was being a little underutilized in Boston. If you're a Minnesota fan who ends up watching this Bruins-Canes video, which is now a Minnesota video as well, I guess, you're getting a good player. Hey, you're getting a very good player. Man, what do I say about Justin Brazeau? Obviously, the jokes, they kind of write themselves with him. But on the ice, he's a good player. He'll chew up the minutes that you need him to. And kid's got a scoring touch every so often, which obviously is always nice. I'm not a big fan of this trade personally, just because I'm holding a bit of a grudge against Minnesota. That's also a personal issue, though, so that's not something really of note. But yeah, so welcome to Bruins Game Reactions. Welcome back to Bruins Game Reactions. Boston Bruins lose 3-2 narrowly at the hands of the Carolina Hurricanes. Boston had the better team tonight. Carolina had the better goalie. And that's what happens, unfortunately, some nights. Boston looked great. I mean, they really did. I think they had 33 shots on goal was the final number. Might have been 32. They held Carolina to just 24 shots. Carolina was more efficient, unfortunately. I mean, I want to take nothing away from this team. They deserved a point out of this. They deserved 2 out of this, if we're being honest. And it sucks for the fans that were there to not be able to see the Bruins at least get a point. But yeah, I mean, if this game doesn't sum up the Bruins season in a nutshell, I'm not sure what does. The Canes scored 4 goals in this one, 2 of which were bounces, the third of which was off a broken stick, point-blank shot. Oh, man. Yeah, I guess kicking it off early. Oh boy, I don't even remember the order that the goals were in because of that last one. So you know what? We're going to do that last one. 2-2 Carolina. Carolina comes in just offside. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't see who the puck carrier was, but receives a pass literally 2 inches offside. And comes in, takes a shot, deflects off of Mason Lohrei and in. That was one of the 2 bounces. And as I said, offside by a couple inches. It was going to come down to if he had possession of the puck, and the NHL decided that he didn't. Boston challenged it, and they got the call overturned, and the score stays at 2-2 with a minute 37 left. After that goal went in, I knew it was going to be over. I really wanted this team to get a point, but I knew right when that goal went in that it was going to be over. Then, yeah, clock's winding down, 25 seconds left on the clock. Nikita Zadorov gets the puck tipped into him, into his defensive zone. I don't have an issue with the stick breaking. Sticks are going to break, that happens. Why was that your shot? Across the ice, try to bounce it off the wall when you have Elias Lindholm right in front of you, behind Seth Jarvis. I'm going to do the best I can to describe this. Nikita Zadorov is right at about the top face-off dot, or I guess the left face-off dot, after he gets it tipped into him, as I mentioned. Seth Jarvis is giving him pressure. Elias Lindholm sees that Zadorov corrals it, starts turning up the ice, and Zadorov has two options. Because you've got a good enough gap in between Jarvis and Lindholm that you could probably get the puck up to Lindholm. Obviously, though, with 20 seconds, you're going to be gunning for the point, and now, as I'm saying that is why the gears are all clicking together now. That's why he went that way. Takes the shot, stick snaps in half. You see him, he gets stuck with both halves of the stick. Just kind of drops them, tries to get in front of it, and Seth Jarvis just picks the corner and scores on Jonas Korpisalo. Man, that one sucks. That was obviously the stick breaking one. That's one that you hate to see. It's not even a bad play. It's just embarrassing with no right to be embarrassing. I mean, it is what it is. It's an unfortunate play, and that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes more often than not to this team. Man, this team deserved so much tonight. They played a great game. I get the Canes aren't the best team. Man, I don't even know what to say after that. Yeah, so now let's start working our way front to back here. Starting off with the first goal. First goal of the game, Sebastian Aho does it himself. On shorthanded as well. Mason Lohrei, Pavel Zacha, and David Pastrnak were the three players involved in this for Boston, at least. Pavel Zacha is is just ahead of Sebastian Aho, who is like 3 feet in front of Mason Lohrei, putting tons of pressure on him. Mason Lohrei tries to drop the pass back for David Pastrnak. I don't know if the puck rolled off his stick in a wrong way. I don't know if he was supposed to drop it there and David Pastrnak was out of position. But whatever it is, the puck just kind of bounces off the boards and dies. And David Pastrnak can't get there enough. Sebastian Aho comes in, takes Jonas Korpisalo coast to coast, tucks it home, and it's 1-0 Canes, shorthanded, 7 minutes in. I mean, that's the only one you maybe want Korpisalo to have. Other than that, you can't blame him, unfortunately. Even that one, you can't really put the blame on him. It was capitalizing on your opportunities. And that was what the Canes did a lot. That's what both teams did a lot. Both goalies were really good, though, for the amount of chances that were given up by both teams. Just over a minute left in the first period. Morgan Geekie takes the puck, loses the puck, goes into the corner to retrieve it, sends the puck up to Andrew Peak. Peak puts a shot on, rebounds off of Peter Kochetkov. Oh boy, I'm not great with Russian names. I think Pasternak tipped it back out to Morgan Geekie. I'm not sure. It doesn't say that he got an assist on this one. I think he did tip it, personally. Score sheets saying otherwise, so whatever. And Morgan Geekie, no second thought, grips it, rips it by Peter Kochetkov, and ties it up late. And that is such a big momentum swing after they had the momentum, really, after that Kane's goal. It wasn't that long after that Boston started putting pressure back on them after they went down 1-0. And finally, 12 minutes later, Boston is able to capitalize on an opportunity, and they're able to get one in the dying seconds of the frame. So heading into first intermission, just hoping you're able to get one early. Try to go up 2-1. And the Canes get the bounce, unfortunately. Again, this time is Brent Burns off of Parker Witherspoon. It's an own goal. It's a deflection to your own goal. Brent Burns pinches, takes a sharp angle shot. Parker Witherspoon's there on him, and kind of rides up his stick awkwardly. Just beats Jonas Korpisalo. That's all there is to that goal, really. It's not a great goal. Again, there wasn't really a clean goal in this game other than that first one. Even then, with the turnover, it's still kind of dirty. Coming out of second intermission, just under a minute and a half into the third period, it's Morgan Geekie again. This time from David Pasternak. This is just a great rebound play. Both of his goals kind of were great rebound plays. Andrew Peak goes after this one in the corner this time. As my cat decides to get in the way. I really hope you can see me alright. Yeah. Pasternak gets it after Peak sends it down to him. I'm sorry, I'm still a little bit sick. Pasternak, almost intentionally it seemed, bounces it off Kochekhov's pads, right out to Morgan Geekie, taps it in, gets this game tied up at 2, and then, obviously, as it ends, 18 seconds left, Seth Jarvis gets the third goal, as I've already mentioned, and that does it for this game. If this is it for this team, and I'm talking there are 3, maybe 4, possibly 5 guys that are not on this team during Saturday's game, man, I honestly believe if you play like that for the rest of the season, for the entire season, for that matter, you win more than you lose. Every line had its chances. I'm just going to move my cat. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. You're okay. Every line had its chances. The team was great defensively. Just came up short. Obviously, players in trade rumors. Morgan Geekie, Charlie Coyle. I've heard Pavel Zacha's name floated around. I don't know how true that is. It sounds like Brandon Carlo has been taken off the trade block as my cat continues to get in the way. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be tough, unfortunately. You got Tampa Bay on Saturday, who's loading up. Then you got Florida, who's kind of loading up. They've been sneaky quiet. They just acquired an AHL goalie today, and then obviously Seth Jones earlier this week, but that's it. And then the Sens, who are a lot like the Leafs and just sitting on their hands for right now. Maybe those two teams have something coming tomorrow. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a gauntlet these next couple weeks, or these next few games, though. If you win them, you're in a better spot than what you were. But if you lose them, that could be wraps on the season, unfortunately. Yeah. Overall, I mean, this is the kind of game you want to see this team playing. Hard-fought, clean hockey for the most part. Never saying die. Brad Marchand is also in trade rumors. I completely forgot him. How did I do that? There were rumors before the game that he's heading out west. Those kind of died off as the game progressed. And as of right now, it's 5 after 10. No news. Obviously, I'm going to be doing reactions to all the Bruins trades tomorrow. I'm going to assume Don Sweeney and Cam Neely will be busy. And I'm going to try to do a lot of the bigger trades that are expected to happen tomorrow as well. So with that, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. Click like if you like. Click subscribe if you enjoyed. Special thank you to everyone who has joined me this season. I have really enjoyed this. It's been fun. Have a good night.